Hey everyone, hope everyone's doing well. Sitting here in Jake's beeping car so we don't run into stuff, and I am actually destroyed from my workout, and it wasn't even that bad. I guess it was the humidity, or I'm just a fat pile of crap, but Jake said it wasn't even too bad, but he's used to this. I don't know, I was doing like, what, 3 reps of snatches, and I felt
you
like...
weren't doing that much. I was surprised when you
I
said
was
that
like
you were
sitting down,
dying.
I feel really bad. Like it was like I did like 35 reps on a squat. It was really bizarre, and I was
so
doing
confused.
like warming up on snatches. I'm like, I feel horrible, and I have no idea what it was. So I had push presses, and I was gonna do a little OHP. I changed that to be just the OHP. I started out with some squats and did this very minimal snatch work up to 135, and the snatches actually felt good mechanically. I just was like, felt like I was doing 1,000 reps. I don't know what that was. But I'm absolutely destroyed now, and we're gonna go look at the last location in a little bit, and I will be sure to actually get some video of that to share. And it's a smaller space, 1,000 foot, 20 feet, and
1,000 square feet.
1,020 square feet, and it's in the Tampa area, so we'll get some video of that. But just want to do a little update of the workout and how our day's going. But we'll talk to you all later. Peace. right, so we just got out of the place that we just looked at. Hopefully you saw some clips from that if I'm good enough at editing, which only kind of good. But the space was pretty nice. It was wider than what we thought. It was 1,020 feet and it just had that small bathroom in it. It was nice as far as the rent and the amenities. The parking seemed to be okay, depending on how the owner would feel about that. The biggest issue that we have with the spot is that he doesn't think that the owner would be cool with having a 24/7 space if it wasn't always staffed with someone. So if someone wasn't always there, that would be a problem with the owner, according to the realtor that we met with today. So that's a big question mark with the place. And at the end of the day, is this place that we have to have it? Not really. I apologize for that sun. We are lighting up like a piece of tinfoil.
Oh.
But it's not the biggest deal if we didn't land this one. We were just looking at it just like we're looking at the other ones, just to get an idea of what different spaces would look like. And wow, I am really trying to help with this light. Yeah, there we go. But just kind of get an idea of what we're looking at, and just to keep talking to different ones, because there is the ability to have a 24/7 gym. Jake goes to one currently. I went to one up in Canton. So it's not as if there's rental spaces. And it was kind of funny how he mentioned with the rental or the multi-space units, how they wouldn't want a 24/7 space. That was the first 24/7 gym I went to, was a multi-unit gym like that. And it was even connected to a gym that wasn't, it was like a powerlifting gym connected to the CrossFit gym in Canton. So I think it could just be how the owner is and how she interprets or how she does her business. But I'm gonna guess the space might not work out, because I'm guessing the owner probably wouldn't be very for that. According to the realtor, she's very formal with all the application process that you have to go through for the place anyway.
Which is fine, yeah.
Yeah, which is fine, because we both have good credit and aren't criminals, so that isn't an issue. But yeah, it's a big question mark at the 24/7. Maybe she'd feel different if it's always under surveillance. With that, maybe not. Maybe we are lit up.
No, I agree. And the parking, obviously, it seemed like the most negotiable compared to some of the other units. They said that there are certain businesses they don't operate on the weekends, so we could park in there. So that was nice. Everything else about the unit actually wasn't that bad. It had more space than I imagined it was going to, with only about 1,000 square feet. But that 24/7 access, honestly, is almost a bit of a deal breaker, because that's the one thing that we're wanting that separates us from everybody else.
And even specifically gyms in the area. That we looked at one gym that is a powerlifting focused gym that is opened 6 to 8 Monday through Friday.
Yeah, 6 a.m. to 8 Monday through Friday, and then they
12 to 8 or 8 to 12 on Saturday, so 8 a.m. to noon, and then they're closed on Sundays, which is a huge difference from any gym I've ever been to, even the recreation facility at the university that we both went to. So that's a huge difference. So having that 24/7 access would allow us to to be a competitor to that, because our prices would be relatively similar, but that availability of the gym would be a big plus for a lot of people, I would think. But if that's not a possibility, then that's one of the things we got to have, is the ability to have that access. Wow, I apologize for this lighting. I am moving this thing all around. But the search continues, and we're not trying to find a place today or tomorrow or even for this month or next month. We just want to find the perfect place, and if that place comes up that has all the things we're looking for, we want to have the ability to jump on it when we find it and not have to be in a rush when it gets closer to the summer. So we'll keep looking, but I don't think we found the place, although the actual place itself inside was, I think, close to what we'd look for. I mean, I would think the only thing to make it better is if it was about 1,200 feet instead of 1,000, because the rent was ridiculously cheap. Man, that was it like $687?
It was, it was about like $687 plus electric, and that's it. Like everything else was included.
So that's one of the cheapest spaces we've seen yet. But moving this thing all around. We'll continue to look, and I think this will end the vlog for the day. Apologize for the absolute garbage lighting. Hopefully you got a little idea of what we've been trying to do since we're down here. We're gonna do the bank account tomorrow. I don't think I'll film that, because it'll be an hour and a half of non-exciting stuff to show of us signing paperwork. But once we have the paperwork done tomorrow, we'll have the rest of the day to either look up places or to contact different places that we find. And then Friday, it's more of the same. We don't have to obviously do the bank account thing again, but we'll be able to look up more places and plan some more stuff. And then I leave that evening. I have a flight, it's like, I think 6:45, if I remember correctly. So I have to get to the airport, I don't know, like 4 something in order to make that flight and everything. So we'll talk to y'all then. Hope you're all having a great day. Apologize for Jake looking like a piece of tinfoil, and myself, I guess, because I'm just as white. But well, yeah.
Well, you're white without. You're white even without the sun.
That's true. I light up anyway. But anywho, we'll talk to y'all later. Peace. What did you think of the space that we went to look at today?
It sucked.
What sucked about it?
Besides the price, pretty much everything else. I hated the location. I hated the space. I hated the parking. The place had a weird smell that I didn't like.
The price was good.
The price is good, yeah. The price is
That was really
good.
about it. What's, besides looking at that failure of a place, and really I think it would be a good place for certain businesses, but not for anywhere near what we would need it for. What else did we do today? We went to the bank and...
I went to the bank, we got the bank set up and established. It's gonna take some time for everything to get finalized, so that helped a little bit to keep things more separated, so any purchases we make are just going through the business itself versus using a lot of personal money. That's pretty much it. We got that set up and we got that one viewing in.
Yeah.
I'm working on a few spreadsheet things right now just to make sure all their stuff is organized until we have more formal bookkeeping in place.
Yeah, because now we have the bank account, so we start putting money into that instead of our things. But that's really about it we did today. It wasn't really too much planned. The showing was kind of off a whim from stuff that we saw yesterday, but we'll be going to the airport a little bit so I can fly back home and get frozen to death, which is super fun. So I'll keep you all updated about the flight and how that all goes, since it will get progressively more freezing, and hopefully there aren't any delays because I am going through Baltimore and I know there's a storm on that part of the East Coast, but Baltimore should be pretty prepared for snow since it is a regular thing there. It would be more if I was transferring from somewhere like South Carolina. I've heard it actually snowed quite a bit there. My sister sent a picture. She used to live there, so wherever her house was, she sent a picture, and it was actually quite a bit of snow. It was like being in Northeast Ohio, and for South Carolina, that means like nothing's open, including the airports. I don't think they have equipment for that. So hopefully none of that happens and I get home. Flight leaves at 6:50, and I forget when the connecting flight is, but I should get home around 12:30 tonight, which I actually prefer. Instead of getting up super early, I'm able to get back later at night, and because it's Friday night, you know, it's not critical to get back at a certain time, and my roommate's able to get me and not in like inconveniencing him based on work tomorrow. Although, you know, he always likes to play his video games, so that's inconveniencing in itself. But anywho, I'm gonna sign off on this part. I'll keep you all updated about my flight. Alright, so we're strolling through the airport, got through TSA very quickly actually, despite how many people were there, which is a huge positive. Now I'm gonna go wait for my plane. First plane's on time, second plane's been delayed. Although it went from like 12:40 to 1 a.m. back to 12:55, so hopefully that delay gets minimized as much as possible. But yeah, let's be heading off, but so far, so good. Got all my stuff through, nothing popped up, which is good. I didn't have anything, so it wouldn't make sense if it did, but anyway, I'll talk to you all in just a bit. Hope you're all doing great. Peace.
Together we can I'll give you all my time. Together we can